YouTube? It's 8th again with 8th updates, and well, Kabam just they're at it again, right? So we've got some more deals to review today. It's kind of interesting that they put the pollutant bundle, then the Cavalier Daily, then the biodegradation bundle. So let's go through these real quick. So for $50, right? You get 5 pollutant crystals. Now these are the Cavalier version of these, if you want to call them that. So you get 3-star with a chance of 4 to 6-star versus the what we call the Grandmaster version of these, where you can only go 3 to 5-star, right? And it brings down the amount of champs that you have, right? A-Bomb, Ant-Man, Black Bolt, Black Widow, Clairvoyant, Captain Marvel, Movie, Classic, Dark Hog. So, Dr. Voodoo, there's some good champions in here, for sure. And I want to be consistent on my deals, right? I do. I've reviewed deals like these before where they look like they're overpriced. I mean, you look at this and you're like, man, 5 crystals that you could get all 3 stars and they look overpriced. And that's not to say that they aren't. However, what I will say is this. For the unit cost, okay, so let's get 2 things out of the way. Is this a good deal? Yes and no. Okay, so let's get that out of the way first. Is it a good deal? Sure, sort of. So, and the reason I say sort of is this, right? If you go to $50, right? $50, right down here, the Black Panther Treasure is 1,450 units, right? If you go to crystals and you were to buy a Cavalier, let's call it the Schmidt crystal, a Cavalier crystal, these are 300 units, right? Let's go back to the unit store. We look, we got 5 of them, right? So right off the bat, if you were going to buy crystals that had these champions in it, okay, you're going to buy crystals that have these champions in it, $50 is going to get you 1,450 units, and you get 1,500 units worth of crystals. Okay. Then you get 750 6-star hero crystal shards. Now, Kabam's valuing 6 stars at about $90 a 6-star, which is insane to me because I just opened one last night and it was a Psylocke. Whoop-de-freaking-do. More arena fodder. I guess it allows me to do my arena faster. But again, a champion I will not use in any other content, very likely. So you get 750 shards, so you get almost a tenth. So you get about $7 to $8 ish, $750 dollars worth of units towards a 6-star, I guess you could call it that, right? And then you get 3 level 3 revives, which if you follow the pattern, these are about 60 units a piece, so call it 180 units, right? So for the amount of units you would spend, this is a solid deal, right? This is a 4-star deal. May border on a 5-star deal. Okay, so you're kind of in between that 4 and 5-star deal. All right? Let me be clear. That is for the value of the units that you're getting. Okay? Because you get 1,450 and you're getting probably, let's see here, so 750 units would be somewhere in the 220 unit range, 180 for the revives, that's 400. So you're looking at somewhere in the 1,900 unit range for 1,450 units worth of value. That's a pretty decent deal for maybe a 5-star deal. But, and here's the caveat, is that we just saw yesterday that Asgard, one of the top whale alliances, to where these people have spent tens of thousands of dollars a year on this game. Money I can't even fathom. I don't make in a year as a teacher and a coach what some of these people make, or some of these people have spent in a year on this game. My gross isn't as much as what some of these people have apparently spent on this game in a year. That's ludicrous to me. I cannot fathom that amount of money. And in there, one of the main reasons is that they said that the Kabam doesn't value the customer base because of the way their RNG is set up. Right? Random number generator. We've seen their patents, right? I know other YouTube channels have talked about this, where they own patents to vary the RNG based on spending habits. Now, they don't say how they do that, but that's not a good business practice, right? And so you look at this, and if you don't spend anything, or you spend a lot, you may not get anything. You may only get 3 stars from this. And if you spend $50, I don't care if you make $1 million a year or $10 million a year, and you're going to spend $100,000 a month or a year on this game. I don't care. If you're going to spend $50, that's $50 of hard-earned money, right? You're going to spend $50 and you get 5 3 stars, or toss in a 4-star for that for good measure, right? Maybe even a 5-star. Look at some of these champions. Sure, you could get Dr. Voodoo, who I think is kind of falling out of the conversation of really phenomenal champions, but he's a really phenomenal champion. He can power burn pretty well. He can poison like crazy. You can't slough off his little charges that you put on. He can heal 25% at the beginning of every fight. I mean, that's a big heal at the beginning. Black Widow Clairvoyant doesn't even need to be awakened to be great. Omega Red, I'd love to have as a 5-star. I've got it as a 6-star, but don't have awakened, right? Mysterio's is I think almost a little underrated. Red Hulk is definitely underrated. Sentinel is amazing, right? But then you've got champs like Ultron, Dormammu. I mean, Green Goblin, decent champion, but you're probably never using him. Not today. Diablo, the classic Captain Marvel. I mean, don't get me wrong, Captain Marvel movies is awesome, right? But Black Bolt, Ant-Man, A-Bomb. I mean, you're probably not Howard the Duck. I mean, there are some actually pretty good champs. King Groot, Ronan, right? So half these champs are really good, half them really bad, but you're not targeting these for 3 or 4 stars. You're targeting these for 5 or 6 stars. And look at the drop rates. 5 star, 17.5%. 6 star, 1.5%. I mean, it's just a lot of money for a really low percentage chance. If these just say 5 or 6 star, I'd bet one right now. I'd buy it. Why the heck not? I mean, even if I dupe somebody 5 times, I get a ton of 6-star shards. And I could use the level 3 revives, but I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this because of the RNG. The value for the units that Kabam has set up, and I want you guys to remember this, is that based on the value of units that Kabam has set up, yeah, it's a good deal, right? But I talked about this in my other videos that I have an alt account now, right? And I'm trying to save up units to purchase masteries, the high-end masteries, right? But it takes 2 to unlock Despair, 2 carb cores. That's 1,100 units, right? So think about this for a second. Just to open up Despair, 1,100 units, almost $50. It's about $40 just to open up Despair. And that doesn't get me to Deep Wounds. It doesn't get me to Assassin. And it doesn't get me to Recoil or the Suicide Masters that I eventually want to hit on there. I mean, that's almost 6,000 units worth. Think about that. They're valuing the special. Now, I'm going to have that for a long time. But, wow. You know what I mean? And so then then the Grandmaster, same kind of deal, right? $30. These are 200 units a piece, these 5 ones, right? That's 1,000 units worth. $30 is 850 units, right? These are 40 units a piece, so 120, so 12. So again, same deal. Good value for the units that Kabam has set their value at. And they've set this value and they haven't changed it in years, right? They haven't changed it in years. So this is the value they put out. So I'm not saying it's for the money. It's a good deal. But for what you get, it's not a good deal. Right? I think in crystal openings, unless you're just a hoarder and you're just hoarding units as you grind arenas or something so that you can pop some crystals, try to get some champions, I just think is a bad way to go unless you've cleared all the content. I think you're a better use of your units that you saved or you've bought money for, you've paid a lot of money for, are revives and energy, things that are guaranteed value, right? The guaranteed value is what you're looking for, right? A revive gets me another shot to take down a path or a mini boss or whatever, right? It gets me the opportunity to heal in Alliance War or Alliance Quest so that we can accomplish a goal that is guaranteed for rewards, right? But this is not guaranteed. I mean, the 756 star shards is guaranteed. The 3 revives are guaranteed. That's decent. But anyway, so for the value of the units, I give it somewhere between a 4 and a 5 star. Probably like a 4.5 star, right? Maybe like a god tier 4 star, right? Okay, like some epic 4 star champion that you were to get. Okay, that you'd be like that. You could just love to have as a 4 star. Okay, but as far as what you get out of these, I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of good champions in here, right? But because it's 3, 4, 5, and 6 star, the probability is still low that you're going to get the champion as a 5 star, 6 star that you're targeting based on RNG. And so for that, I think it's more of a 3 star value. So thank you guys for listening. Hope you guys like what you saw, like what you heard. If you did, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, hit them all, and I will see you guys back soon. Thanks.